could do about his condition. He couldn't stop making advances at girls because he was attracted to them, hoping that one day one of them would see him for who he truly was. So he kept on living his life as a hardworking farmer. One day when Joseph was in the forest, he heard a loud sound coming from a nearby bush. "Help! Oh God, please help!" the voice screamed. So he hurriedly went to investigate where the noise was coming from and who was making it. When he got there, he found out that it was a beautiful girl who was ambushed by a big hyena. The hyena cornered the girl in a tight spot and slowly approached her as she screamed. So Joseph immediately called the girl, "Allow me to be eaten by this hyena. I am an only child to my parents." Joseph replied, "Don't worry, I won't let that happen." So Joseph courageously carried a big stick and charged at the hyena to draw its attention. When the hyena saw Joseph coming at full speed, it got scared and cowardly ran away. Joseph had saved the beautiful girl and hurriedly grabbed her hand to take her to a safe spot in the farm, so she could calm her nerves down. When he brought her there, he asked, "Beautiful maiden, what were you doing wandering about the forest like that? Don't you know this forest is filled with several wild and dangerous animals?" The girl replied as her breathing was still fast-paced. I know, I just got lost. I ran away here to cry my eyes out and be alone. But I guess the hyena saw me lonely and decided to keep me company." Joseph then replied to her, "Ha ha ha, you are quite a funny lady. So the hyena was keeping you company, you say? So why were you screaming as it was coming closer and closer? Perhaps it wanted to ask you what happened that made you so sad." As he said this, both Joseph and the girl looked at each other and laughed earnestly. After laughing, Joseph asked the girl, "So my name is Joseph. What is yours, by the way?" "Nice to meet you, Joseph. Oh, my name is Adan, by the way. I hail from this village." Joseph then responded, "Oh, I see a maiden from this village, you say. So if I may ask, and I know I'm not a hyena by any means, what made you so sad that you felt running into this dangerous forest alone was the only solution?" Joseph asked. Adan then began talking. "Well, I was talking with a group of my friends, and then they started insulting me that I am unattractive and unappealing to men, because I am yet to get a boyfriend." Joseph immediately responded, "Well, that's outrageous. I mean, look at you. You are the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, and I am not just pulling your legs." Adan blushed. "You really see me that way?" she asked. "Of course I do. I mean, why do you think I saved you? You think it's out of the kindness of my heart," Joseph sarcastically said. Adan laughed at Joseph's sarcasm and then responded to him, "Well, Joseph, if you think I'm beautiful, wait till you see my friends, Precious and Amaka. They are beyond beautiful. They pull all the men in the village and always get gifts and attention from men." "Wait a minute, Precious, as in I know those girls," Joseph responded. "You do?" Adan asked. "Yes, I do," Joseph answered. "They are among some of the girls who nag me and rain insults on me in the village each time I try to make advances at them or compliment their beauty, because of my body stature. Although I do not hate them, I find them to be quite rude. But what I don't understand is why they would make you feel ugly or inferior to them. To me, you are far more beautiful than they are," Joseph said. "Really, you think that way about me?" Adan asked. "Yes, of course I do, and you know what, I think it's time you get a new set of friends. Because obviously your old ones don't appreciate you. But where would I begin to find new friends in this lonely village?" Adan asked. "Well, for a start, I'll be your friend," Joseph responded. "I promise to not insult you or make you feel inferior to your former friends, as long as you promise not to insult me or make me feel inferior too," Joseph said. "Of course, Joseph," Adan responded. So Joseph and Adan from that day henceforth became the closest of friends in the village. They would visit each other in all sorts of places like the farm, the forest, and even Adan's house when her parents were not around. During their time together, they would share personal secrets to each other, support each other emotionally, and be there for each other. It was as if they were different sides of the same coin. They complemented each other in almost every aspect. And soon enough their friendship began to blossom into something more. Something both of them had longed for for a very long time. But in the midst of all these good times, Adan's former friends were about to make a comeback in Adan's life. One day on a sunny afternoon, when Adan was alone at home, she heard a knock on her door. She asked who it was, and then Amaka and Precious's voices responded to her. "It is us, Oo. Adan, please open the door." "What are you doing here?" Adan asked as she screamed at the door. "We came to see you, Adan," Precious response. "We've missed you a lot, and we have not been seeing you around any of our hangout spots. Please open the door." "I don't want to see you guys," Adan screamed from inside. "You guys hurt me, all because I didn't have a boyfriend." Adan said, "We know, and we are sorry. Now please open the door so that we can properly apologize," Amaka said from outside. So Adan later gave in and opened the door for them. When they came in, they berated Adan with thousands of apologies, trying to get her back in the friend group. Adan initially refused their offer, but after much pressure, she gave in and they all reconciled. The following day, as the reunited friends were hanging out, Precious asked Adan if she finally got a boyfriend when she was away from them. "No, I haven't," Adan responded, "but there is this guy I have been talking to for some time now. I really like him, and I think we have a strong connection. I'm sensing he feels the same way and might ask me out for soon. A crush I see." Amaka chipped in, "I hope he is handsome. I hope he is rich," she asked Adan. "Well, he is handsome to me, and he might not be rich now, but he is so hardworking. I know he will become rich later in life," Adan responded. Immediately Adan finished responding, Precious and Amaka burst out laughing hysterically. "So you are still this naive?" Precious asked Adan. "So this your Prince Charming, what is his name?" she asked. Adan immediately responded, "Well, I am not naive, and his name is Joseph, for your information." Immediately she said his name. Both Precious and Amaka were struck with silence for a couple of seconds. Amaka then asked, "Wait, is it the Joseph that looks like an HIV patient? The one that has a face full of pimples, the ugliest and most disgusting guy in the village? Please don't say it is him." "Well, I wouldn't associate his character with such vile and hurtful statements like you just said, but yes, it is that Joseph. And for a matter of fact, I hope you know he can't help looking like that. That is how he naturally is. What actually matters is what is inside his heart." Precious then quickly responded to Adan, "Who care about what is in his heart? All that matters is how he looks, and he looks disgusting. Adan, you can't be friends with that guy, you know better." "And why not? Why can't I be friends with him?" Precious, Adan asked. Precious then responded, "Well, for one, he is ugly, 2, he is poor, and 3, you know, everyone in the village secretly looks down on him because of his stature, so associating with him will inevitably rub off some so that bad will on you. Well, he treated me better than both of you ever did, and all these things you said about him might be true, but that's the more reason why I think he needs me, a true friend to him. Imagine how lonely he must be feeling with all the villagers treating him like an outcast. Look, Precious, you are not Jesus Christ. Stop having a savior complex. Cut that guy off before it is too late." Amaka chipped in, "Never. I would never do such a wicked thing to Joseph." Adan responded, "Very well. Then if we see you and him together, we would call the attention of the villagers and disgrace both of you, since you don't want to hear word." Precious told Adan. "You would never," Amaka responded. "Oh yes, I will. Don't try me, Adan, you know what I am capable of," Precious said. Adan then responded, "I can't believe I forgave you guys. You guys are just as wicked and heartless." She then walked out of their presence in contempt. In the evening, Adan got a letter slid under her house door. It was a letter from Joseph.
personal protection for our former workers. What I suggest we start is in a small way, a social protection scheme for ailing employees. How many employees didn't come to work today? They are sick. What's happening to them? Before management or even gets to know, the leadership should be able to go there. When you go in there, let's go with everything at least. You go there, there's nothing here for the welfare. You know, those kinds of things. You have a responsibility to do it. And so having consulted with the management of the ministry, we will jumpstart that by providing you put that into an account that you operate and manage. You can always add there when you get money, or it's strictly for welfare. Maybe you remember sick, you gotta go visit there, this and all those things. You give you the 1,000 pounds in your house. If it's subject to the account of this, you have to report on it, and when you report on it, it will be a business for replenishment. God bless you, welcome you in the speaker. Please put your hands around the meeting. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that speech. And I think we have a big issue with things when it comes to our politics in Liberia. Some of us may have gone down in high school or they have probably forgotten. And so there was some level of reconnection for us. So it guides us on how we go about legendary matters in our clubs, in our association, in our country. So we'll thank the minister so kindly for our speech. Let us hear the minister and having listened to the speech, we are about to hear another person. And that person is the one who will become from today not conflicted, as the minister has said. So the outgoing president will now take a podium and she will speak to us. So let's put our hands together for our Bible. Put your hands together.
Honorable J. Paul Baba, Minister of Transport, member of the senior management team, CSK leaders, leadership of the Worker Association, fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. So that I said before you were in West Gratitude, you served as a president. So there has a transformed association, and our both anticipated the journey. As I prepare for my new role as assistant minister, the significance of this transition will elevate our the Worker Association of my mission and passion for the past year. We have faced numerous challenges together to improve working conditions, secure and benefit for our members. Each victory, each hard work, each hard-fought negotiation has solidified a bond with the association. I have watched us grow a small shop and keeping political forces that commanded respect and will make tangible differences in the lives of workers. The decision they accepted and before the assistant minister was not made, it was a revelation of our collective efforts and impact we have made, and also an opportunity to bring the concern of the working class to a higher platform, where policy and decision making will create even broader changes. Yet, the thought of leaving my post as president was bittersweet. It is bittersweet. I am confident that the foundation we have laid together will continue to support our mission. The work we must be in is crucial, and it must hold on to the same passion and dedication. Let us now introduce my successor, Mr. Matt Bishop. Member of the association with track record of exceptional leadership and commitment. I saw the same fire in my heart drilling in me, and I know the association is in my new role as assistant minister of affairs, application, and as I walk out of the presidency, I feel the the presidency of the Worker Association has been an honor and privilege. Your unwavering support and belief in our shared value have brought us to this point. During my tenure, I remain committed to the promise I made to that each worker will benefit from the national needs and that the promise will exceed will achieve. Under my leadership, we were able to provide handicap for every employee. I promise that we are going to provide for us, but as we have a minister that is committed to that. And staying by the promise, we will work with senior management team and the new Worker Association to achieve that promise. As I will continue to advocate for the right and well-being of workers. Thank you once again for your support, for entrusting me to serve as president and honor our way with the rest of my life. Let us watch ahead, hand in hand, to support the new leadership toward a future that will promise progress and prosperity.
So, President Economy, you have a lot on your hands. The health board has set a policy law, and and you gotta step in and move on. So the ball is in the court, and we urge you to raise it even higher. Now, God wills, we will thank you, even though your leadership time of the association was short, but I think it was impactful. And we want Matthew to take on a very strong, vigilant, carpet after you, those wounds or the promises that are yet unfulfilled can be fulfilled in this time. So for the team, we urge you to work hard, be open, as the minister has said, be transparent, and be accountable with people. We will be calling back our minister, Mr. Williams, and she was symbolically transferred power to the person she so just, and then to give power over to. So this time we invite the minister back to the podium, and we will also call Mr. Matthew Shaw for the symbolic transfer of power. Put your hands together.
Mr. Sean, as I turn the power over to you, give my passion for the workers. You know how transparent I have been. You know my advocacy for the workers. As I transfer power to you, I transfer everything. They are my workers. These are my workers. These are my constituents. Take care of them, and things will be all right. If you take care of them, you ask them, say jump, they will ask you how high. When you say lay down, they will tell you how low. Please lead by my example as I turn the power over to you.
Possible for us to leave the association completely absolutely. And so we'd like to invite Mr. Matthew Shaw, the president incoming, to listen to what he has to say, to build on the promises of Barry and achievement, and see when he goes from there with the team. Mr. Shaw, you are.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Mr. Kaino. Honorable Pastor Jacob Valerie, Minister of Treasury Investors, Honorable Harry Young, Deputy Minister for Administration, Treasury Investors, and all the deputies here present. Madam President-elect, and the Assistant Minister of Administration, all Assistant Minister here present, Minister of Investors, Mr. Daniel Mia, Deputy Director General of Administration, the Civil Service Agency from Liberia, Mr. Morva Johnson, President of the Civil Service Association of Liberia, representatives from land ministries and agencies here present, Mr. Simon G. Pei, the Human Resource Director, Minister of Infrastructure, Mr. Bruce Lloyd in absentia, Chairman of the Progressive Workers Association, Mr. Tito Jackson, acting Chairman of the Progressive Workers Association, Mr. Eric G. Pei, Chairman and Executives of the Workers Reformation Alliance Party, Ministry of Infrastructure, my dear co-workers, members of the focuses, ladies and gentlemen. To you, Madam President, Algori, Minister Valerie D.C. Williams, you have been weighed, you've been mentioned, and you've been put to the water. I stand on your shoulders to continue and accomplish the outline manifesto of our party's agenda when we ran for office some months ago. It is clear that your desire for a more inclusive and engaging proactive workers association cannot be overrated. Police, we promise through a constructive dialogue to engage senior management regarding some of the basic benefits we believe that staff or employees should have. Some include, as stated by the outgoing president, we promise you a moderating so that, especially in the months of July and December, that you will have something to share with you and your families. This conversation, I can assure you, my friends, is ongoing, and we will continue to endeavor to keep that promise as was already made by the outgoing president. Honorable Mr. Distinguished guests, one of several present challenges confronting workers here is a reasonable and convenient way to commute to and from work. This has been the case for more than a decade now, and I need not to state some of the challenges our police and all of us here seated have been faced with. Many of our police come here from far and wide. Some of our friends come from as far as Rosedale, Mount Baker, greater part of Monrovia. They commute here and they are expected to be here in time to commence their work. Mr. Minister, and your deputies, I need now to mention Jeremiah Munde, a staff assigned in the technical department who should run the generator room. That needs to be here before 9 a.m. to ensure that the lights are on before we arrive. I need not to mention Madame Helena Ude, an elderly and famous employee who is noted for cleaning the sand at the main entrance of the Ministry of Ministers. I need not to mention Ms. Kamata Doma, a single mother of four, who comes here every morning and has to manage the legal resources as she ends. What we are saying, please, we need us to commute, to work, and for more. Honorable Councillor Gerald Obama, Deputy Minister Harold Youngton, and other Deputy Ministers here present. During our campaign last year, we made a commitment to our colleagues that we will engage senior management with utmost respect and courtesy, not knowing who were those senior management to come here. But I can safely say to you, my dear colleagues, we are satisfied with the senior management that we have here. Dear ministers, the call is even more louder than it was 3 years ago to have a bus for our colleagues. This is just to mention a few of the many challenges our colleagues are faced with. And as our faces are different, one thing remains similar is the challenges we equally face. Councillor Bangladesh, I have no doubt in you and your team, the ability in your team to equally represent us as you are given and being entrusted by the President of the Republic of Liberia. I personally know that you have extensive understanding as a nation in labor issues and practices and how employees' welfare should be informed by it, and how employees and how senior management is to ensure the overall organization performance and productivity of our employees. Dear SMT, when you see us engaging you are aware of and are very concerned about, we have approximately 75 to 80 staffs as casual workers of the national resource. This number makes up a significant portion of our workforce. As we've been engaging them to ensure that their just benefits and compensation are in time, we are aware that the challenges that you have inherited, that they have not received pay for almost 6 to 7 months now. We are deeply concerned to bring that to attention, as I also know that you are also aware. Our team from the CSA, let me join the Court of Administration to a very good office that the Civil Service Agency derive ways and means where those casual workers could be added on a supplementary salary or compensation so that they and their families can have bread on their tables. We are beginning the process of collaboration with relevant stakeholders to get the best out of public workers. Testament by the presence of the Deputy Director General for Administration of the CSA, the President of the Workers and Civil Service Association, and other stakeholders. We applaud the recent effort by the CSA to institute a process so as to get the best out of or in public sector. We will hope that this process will have a positive impact on civil service across the country. The perpetual make and generation believe that civil servant is a mere worker of second class, frequently excluded and too often exploited, treated as unequal, and and often regarded as inferior will no longer have a place in our public sector management. To our police at the outstation centers, whether it is Jolajua or Clay in Bobby County, whether it is Tumutu in Bon County, Sadala Bon County, whether it is BDOTC here, and whether it is MBTC, or whether it is YTC in Bentonville, we want you to know that we are with you in this journey. And our commitment to work with management to ensure that your welfare is paramount, that's something we will continue to uphold. In the coming days, there will be a series of activities, and some will include engaging all of you, our dear colleagues, presenting to you a completed draft resolution. And that constitution, a completed draft constitution. And that constitution will pave the way for how we adequately manage the Workers' Association. And in these meetings that are coming, a comprehensive report will be made and given and shared with you regarding how we've been able to manage the resources that you have entrusted with us in the last months, and how we've been able to reach out to some of our police who have experienced troubling times and are needing to remind you. Let me leave you with this quote by former President Theodore Roosevelt, who said, between October 27, 1858 to January 6, 1919. He said, and I quote, "No man can be a good citizen unless he has a wage more than sufficient to cover the cost of labor, short enough so that after his day's work is done, he will have time and energy to bear his share in the management of society." Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin this new chapter of leadership, we want to assure you, you are the ones we are waiting for. Your interest is our concern. Whether you are a casual worker, whether you are a full-time employee, whether you are a contractor, we want to ensure you that your best interest is served. And Madam Albury, I can assure you that the premise that you have laid, we will work to ensure that all of us with senior management can make the ministry even good. That the vision of Councillor Gerald Bangaloo and his deputies and assistant ministers, I realize in real time. Thank you so much.
Power of the voice of our president, this President Martin J. Shaw. Please put your hands together. So I want to thank the President and also for his speech. And beyond today, we will be knocking his door, and not the door from the world's anymore. So he has that task at hand, and we will join him to implement it in the cause of all of us. As we draw down to the close of the program, we now go to remarks, and we would like to call on the representative of the Civil Service Agency for remarks. Put your hands in the air for remarks. temporary for me. I work with the Ministry of Youth and Sports for a little over 4 years. So you can clearly see that the faces are being used are familiar faces. So I feel like I'm back home. I'm back home for in different capacities. Representing the Director General of the Civil Service Agency. Decided to look at Jimmy, or asked me to represent him at this very important occasion. Mr. General Obama kindly allowed me to stand on existing rules. On behalf of the Director General of the Civil Service Agency and all staff, we'd like to congratulate the outgoing leadership of Williams, and we say thank you for the level of service to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We also like to welcome our incoming leadership and congratulations. You have a greater responsibilities to take this leadership, to take this union from one way to another level. If we cannot move this institution forward, you have to keep it afloat. You can't afford to take this institution backward. Let me recognize all of you great people. The Civil Service Agency is committed to providing needed support to all civil servants across the country. If you can recall, since the inception of this administration, the Civil Service Agency is striving to enable and ensure that civil servants, we have effective and efficient civil service. We are running behind the goals day and night. We will clean the payroll. We will protect our civil servants. We will avoid insult the government official, firing our civil servants, most especially our HR by the will and prayer. It's no disrespect to anybody, sir, but we are there for our civil servants. The Director General is committed to ensuring that we have an effective and efficient service delivering cost public service. When I was sitting back there, I heard that there's not much health-related insurance in the Ministry of Health. We will ask our Department on Social Welfare at the level of the Civil Service Agency to engage with your leadership to see how we can move forward from there. There is a process that must come from you as civil servants to showing company. So it has to be your own commitment, individual commitment to the process, supported by the administration. It's not that they're going to be money sitting somewhere in the budget as contribution to different schools for health benefit for civil servants and administration sports. You are individually going to be committed to that. So that who is responsible, we want to contact him. Come. I still see great faces here. I see my manager, I see my partner, and all of you. My PYP brother, my PYP sister back there. Thank you so very much. Let's have a good time. Let's continue to serve this country. This is the only time we have to serve this nation. I came along with a friend, a very good team member. We've been team member for several years. And right now we're still team member at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So I asked him, the civil service agency. So I asked him to come along with me. Most times when I go for this kind of occasion and speaking in my capacity as civil service deputy director of administration, I'm going to say, Ministry of Youth. So it's good to be back home. Thank you for everyone. Let's celebrate.
Thank you for having me for short speech. He's the deputy director of the Civil Service Agency now. He used to be one of us here in class, and all of us here, or most of us are familiar with him and with his team member. So we have the president of the Civil Service Employment Association of Europe, Mr. Walter Henry, and David Brown. Put your hands together for me.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to say on the existing protocols. Valeria, this is congratulations. I keep along few of my colleagues from the national body in person of my own secretary to the faculty. I have, of course, from the body, we keep along with us. And we have here in our midst from your own family, Mr. Mohammed Ba, he's one of my cabinet ministers. I don't know if Mr. Ba is around. Well, you know, a few days ago, I attended the public service day at the Civil Service Agency. In that program, I was privileged to have seen in presence the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, President Honorable Kofa. In that program also, there was the protein in person of Yomi Kanda Lawrence, and of course, those of all government officials. In that program, we sounded some caveats. We said to the audience that for us as civil servants, we're a little bit disappointed. We're disappointed not because President Walker has introduced the rescue mission, but we are disappointed on some of his cabinet ministers that have taken over, and the only agenda they have brought along with them is to muscle and to fight civil servants. So we made it clear that it is unacceptable. We can swing in the need for a change, and the change will come to fight us. Go, we're not there for it. We're very fighting about that. As we speak now, there is a letter on the way going to the Director General of the Civil Service Agency complaining few of the cabinet ministers. One, Minister Cooper Pro from the Ministry of Labor. As we speak, our HR there has not been given the chance to take a position. We are seeing some masquerading in the offices of the Human Resource Director, who is not even a civil servant, who is not even the input of government, signing communication, official communication. It is unacceptable. This is why we call on the executive branch to intervene. We are calling on President Joseph Numa Buagai to intervene. Do not step on the stepping stone. Please. We will cooperate with the government to function well. We also complain and with the Minister of Transport. Our colleagues are there. The HR is also working. She's been forced. We are sending a cabinet. As we speak now, some of our colleagues have been listed dismissal from the Ministry of Labor. We learned 4 or 5 of them. They were duly performing their tax. It is unacceptable. We told the Speaker there that even at the lower house, as we speak now, the lower house has refused the reform process from the Civil Service Agency. The upper house has accepted it. They have gone through the process. The executive national has accepted it. They have gone through the process. Only the lower house, the House of Representatives, is refusing. We are asking the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, we join him there, to to move swiftly. Bible here, we want to commend Commission. Our doors are open. We've seen that you are happy with people. You are happy with people because the woman who showed us that you are standing now, she was a mother. That we always at our offices making sure that records here at the Ministry of Youth and Sports interest were served, even in the ways of threat. So she has set the bar. Someone said it. She has set the bar high. But we believe the work there is manageable. We believe that the administration that you have here, especially with our Minister Paul Kagalo, he's not just a minister, but he is someone that has been fighting for public sector improvement, especially when it comes to the labor sector. He's been making representation for public sector workers, and he is earlier on a pro-bono basis. He's very vanguard. We say to you, Comrade, we appreciate and we want to thank the President for your appointment. Right now, not only are you a lawyer or a minister, but you are coming from an advocacy background. We learned you from the University of Nigeria. You are now going to national advocacy to policy-driven programs. And this is where the interest of the very people that you have been fighting for lies. And so you heard the climate call, the issue of transportation, people coming from far off to come to work. I say it's paramount. We also heard from the incoming president or the president now that July is coming. You know, July is a memorable month for us. We believe that at the 30 of you, our people but let me just say this. To consider the appointment of civil servants and public sector workers are high qualified. And today we can see one of our own, Sister Delaware. It's a testament to the President's listening to his people. We also want to appreciate the President, the fact that even at the civil service agency, we have directors today. It is our own brother sitting here, new as he is. They are making things to happen. Director Joker and his team, they have been acting well. Let us not see that action as being targeting us. No! What they are doing is far over years administrations have failed to do to totally clean the mess that we see on the payroll. Therefore, this team is doing. They have mustered that courage to totally deal with the issue of growth. And they are fighting it. And not only they are fighting it, but they are even approving money to be sent back to the government cover. We say thank you government to pay the thing. We call out Dr. Joker and his team that the exercise at the end of it all, it will transform the fire into increasing civil sector salary. This is why we are calling it. So we just want to stop here and say thank you. Leadership is not advocacy. Leadership is dialoguing. Continue the dialogue with the minister that we know and have here. He's someone that can listen and his people center. Continue to relate to him and we do well here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson, for your kind words and a powerful statement. We'll call on the President or representative from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Workers Association. If there is anyone here. Alright. So we'll now move to the Ministry of Internal Affairs Workers Association. President or any representative. Okay. So
will take a statement from one employee before we can move to the next one. Mr. Aki Gil, who will come and speak briefly as we move.
Thank you very much. The MC kindly permit me to stand on existing protocol as I make a few remarks on behalf of the constructive counterpart leadership, the NYS Youth Foundation. One of the biggest elections in the history of this ministry. And not just the biggest. We saw people took it from all over, in buses, morning, and everywhere to conglomerate to make this election possible. It was not just one of the biggest, but it was one of the most peaceful. I mean, the result was accepted. Basically, any opposing, and everybody is happy with the leadership of what have you. Also, permit me to salute and commend the tenacity and the support of the MIS Worker Reformation Alliance Party, the chair, Eric Pega, and the strong supporters, few of which are Vinci, Richie, Jeremiah, I cannot name you all. We were school with us, and we went into the process, and it was great. I would like to say most of the time when opposition lose, they lose something. They did war and everything. The only thing I felt was the I would like to say this. We have a lot of promises today, the president has. You remember most of them. But we just want to remind you, to tell you that I would say the communication will do more. For instance, this is a concern. This is a concern. This is a concern. We are not opposing to this, they are wrong. But in terms of how we arrive at appointing the Vice President, because we all want to and the votes were individual. So it means if there is a gap, there should be a consensus for the body. So we feel somehow that you have called the city for there is this vacancy, so what can we do? What is the leadership that the national decision will fill out more? We know that this respect is boss, and I was one of the first persons to congratulate her, even in the chat. And the city must continue to come back to you, raise it, and then we start the way, so we start to support you. So we just want to remind you that communication is key. We tell you about this mention of the draft constitution that they are going to be submitting. But on the other hand, we feel we are not, you are staff of the general well, who are not part of the process. Because in our really all the workers unions and form some committees. Yes, but it was not long. The guy is going to be and the 12 months work. And we are going to make our people with what so all of everybody, the welfare of everybody is key. It is not just the center of the business. It is people and everybody. They are all put up a rule.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ministers, our guests, the president, and all of the leadership of the able staff, police. We want to open up the demonstration to say a big thank you to Williams for service to this body as president of the Workers' Union. And I also want to say congratulations to Sean for taking the role as president of the Workers' Union. The Workers' Union is not in opposition to the administration. Let us have conversations to solve some of the issues. And I sure that we sit and meet and discuss those issues and we resolved. So let us not see us coming to a fight because we are not fighters. We will listen to you. We will have suggestions. We solve the problems together. And we show that once we do that, we have a better ministry. We listen to the concerns. We are genuine. We have also been this issue with the Workers' Union. All the elected ministers do not have vehicles. We use our own vehicles. The assistant ministers will be able to get in the last from Monday to Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, they eat a shot. And then, so all of us are in the same boat. But the minister, every time he calls meeting on the agenda, it's the welfare of the employees. First of all, it's the welfare of the employees. He's concerned with the welfare, I can assure you that. We will do everything within our power to be able to solve some of these problems. Like I said, we were inherited and we're trying to do that. That is not an excuse, but we are in leadership now, we have to solve them. So we'll do our best, our utmost best to solve some of these problems. I'm happy that this is our initial is not safe. It's not running around with this. So we just want to assure the public that this ministry, it doesn't matter which religion you come from, which background you're from. The ministry doesn't have time for that. I can't remember since we've been here, any dismissal, wrongful dismissal, or suspension or punishment because you are from this place and from this place. What we do here, what we focus on here is performance. And we hope that we all perform to the best of our ability to make sure that this ministry is the ministry. We will tell the president of the Workers' Union of America, Mr. Johnson, thank you for coming, and let us know where we can gap with this
lieutenant, and to our able staff, we want to thank you for all the patience you've gone through. We will get there shortly. Through the help of our Mr. Kuba and his team. We are not only in the world, we have on our mind. So, let me say thank you. I was just listening to the honorable president that I get 13 years around the world. So I want to know you. So the leadership of this organization, of the work of the Roberts Union, let us have these conversations. Let us talk more. Let us make our priority the concerns of the workers. Thank you so much. So we make all the remarks and our final remarks will again to come from the president himself, Mr. King Matthew. Right after that, we will call our chief cashier, Mr. Jerry W. for closing prayer.
Thank you so kind, all of you. Minister, Councilor Gerald Obama, Assistant Ministers, here present, and distinguished guests. Thank you for gracing this unique occasion. Before I conclude the bulletin, I listen to our dear friend, our brother from the our dear brother from the a very distinguished colleague of I understand where you speak and where it comes from. I've been almost a year, and I don't want to believe that the trauma from the last election. You are still struggling to grasp. All of you seated here, my dear friends, who I will share with you, you have seen some engagement, and some of you have with you when you are seated, the draft constitution. We share with you so that by the time you get here, you will have an idea to make an input, whether there will be changes based on consensus, and so that we will take our constitution for referendum, and it will be adopted, accepted, and we will have it as our working tools for the years ahead. We have granted you courtesy. If you cannot admit that, your conscience will run into that. We have granted you courtesy by appointing some of your dear friends at strategic places. Some of them you are aware are heading strategic communities. And again, it is only fitting that you make that here. And I don't know when you will be the face for the Republican Party in the coming elections. But if forever, if that ever come, and so we want to say thank you to all of you on this platform. We thank you, our dear colleagues, for showing up. We appreciate you. And as the minister said, we are open to conversation. In the next coming weeks and months, we will prepare or engage asset management to have an office space so that you will channel your represent through this media. We want to say thank you, and I cannot be more grateful to the person of the minister. As it was stated by Mr. Johnson, we know the background of the minister from where to look out. We have recent in labor-related issues. And so we are very confident, Honourable Minister, that you will work with us and your team and in the coming days, in the coming months, and the years ahead. We're giving our colleagues, and there's something called basic training. The last time I personally, benefited from in basic 7 training was almost 10 years ago at the Liberia public administration when I want to do a UNDP sponsor program. And so it's a vision I hope will be on the agenda where employees will have the opportunity to attend in basic training programs whether local or international in their respective areas so as to enhance their capacity and productivity on the job. In basic programs are very important. One folks that we did not recognize, and did the story. It is the IRBC or IEBC, the election commission that brought us to leadership. Even though I told the chairman, I said immediately we announced you cease your this. And we made it a joke. But we want to recognize Mr. Reggie Brooks, who was the chair of that committee, Madam Bauna, and Barry Bani, and the rest of the team. We say thank you for your invaluable service to the Ministry of as we all work together to enhance the ministry growth and development. Thank you so much.
All of you who are directors and session heads, there is a workshop on e-performance management, and that workshop is slated for next Tuesday and Wednesday. So we are asking all of you to be a part of that workshop, and it will take place right in this room. That workshop will be the final phase of all of our training in performance management. So those of you who are hearing people who are going to, you have to be here so that we can all be trained. Thank you so much. I thought you made that announcement. Thank you.
Hallelujah. In Jesus' mighty name. We give God the praise for this day. In what this says, can two work together except we be agreed. And so we believe that with the kind of workforce we've had and the kind of leadership that we now have, we believe that God is going to make it happen. Then we all stand as we give our dedication. Father, we thank you for who you are. We thank you for your grace, your mercy, God. We thank you for giving your provision in your spirit. We thank you for those that have come from far in here. We thank you for our nation and those in authority. We pray, oh God, that you take complete control, even as we are about to break bread together. May you be our midst and let your name be glorified in Jesus' name. Okay, for announcement, the high school announcement, we'll be making food on a high table for the ministers and all the ministers and the guests, the committees, election commissioner heads, directors, and it's not much for the people that we have provided. We ask that we all be quiet, and the rest will be at the back. And you will not be rushing around, please. We'll be terminated our seat by row. So the first row, you see a friend coming, you tell the girl you're right over, and you say, may God bless you as you remain in Jesus' name.
Thank you so much. We all back for we all try to arrange ourselves. And we have privilege to go to the full hospital. Full hospital, any of how we are singing, any of how we are doing. Let's move quickly. Are the ministers coming in front? The table, ministers, other guests and we come before the table.